Thank you for coming, Father.
Of course, my son. How is he?
He's close. He's very close.
Then bring me to him.
Okay.
VIATICUM, I really enjoyed this, actually. I didn't think that I was kind of surprised by it. I don't know much about, and I'm pretty sure I'm correct in this, but the Catholic culture, or the Catholic religion. And so I thought that this was really interesting, the kind of almost ceremonial aspects of it, and what was important and what really held weight at the end, and you know, the having such strong belief and such strong faith, and having that be, like I said, something that is so important to you at the very, very end. I loved that it was in black and white. I thought that that was such a great choice, especially with the subject matter of, obviously at the end he confessed to this huge thing where he killed a man. Like, that's a huge thing to confess, and to have that and then have the whole film being in black and white and have the kind of final takeaways of the film be, is it your place to judge when someone's on their deathbed? Personal opinions. I would say yes, but again, like, when you have such strong faith and such strong belief and the person is already at their deathbed, I mean, it's an interesting thought to bring up. It's an interesting conversation to kind of put out there. And to have the priest believe so heavily in black and white, and the son not blink at all, not be phased at all that his dad just confessed this. And again, having the film be in black and white when their beliefs were clearly black and white. A deathbed confession, it clearly was not meant for them. That was meant for, you know, the God, or, you know, whoever he believed in, and that they were just okay with accepting that and absolutely moving on, which personally I think is a little wild. But again, I loved the symbolism of putting the film in black and white, because to them it was black and white. Like, that was the fact that they had a much bigger issue with maybe putting barbecue sauce on a communion wafer than him confessing that he had killed somebody, I thought was hilarious. I also thought that this film in general kind of did a nice job of, when talking about such serious things, and obviously somebody is on their deathbed, they did a nice job of blending in comedy with it, to kind of break up some of the tension and break up some of the heaviness. And I thought that they picked their moments really well, and the fact that, like, it was all about, like, you know, this, like, youth sports rivalry, things like that. Like I said, that I thought they picked those moments really, really well to break up the heaviness and break up some of the tension. And I thought that was, like I said, I thought that was well done. I liked it in general. Like I said, I thought it brought up some interesting things. In the end, who can really judge you? And what should you be absolved for if you're, you know, confessing something at the very end? I thought all of that, like I said, I thought all of them were really interesting questions, and, you know, like I said, brought up an interesting thought experiment almost. But overall I thought the film was really, really well done, and it was, like I said, it was a good blend of seriousness and comedy while getting a point across, and just, you know, ending it on, like, a slightly ridiculous note, I think is always good.
VIATICUM. Okay, so this to me was a dark comedy. I didn't expect to laugh as much as I did. In the beginning, it was just like this creepy breathing, and I was like, okay, it's black and white, it's creepy, it's going to be really dramatic. And it turned out to me to be like this dark comedy, kind of a dig in a way, or a message about Catholicism, or the type of religion where you can just absolve yourself at death and go to heaven. But it begs the question, you know, what happens now? Because then he killed the lady right after he was absolved, and then he died. So it's like, now is he going to hell? It kind of begs that question of what, you know, the the whole concept of that. And I love the line where the priest said, "This is food for the journey, not the mouth." That made me laugh out loud for sure. The writing was great. The acting was great. I thought the acting was in the directing as well was really good for this because it wasn't too serious or too funny. As far as the acting goes, there's like a fine line in my opinion with dark comedy, and I thought you guys did really great with that. And the music was really good, perfect for this, and it was just a great like length of time for this too. I thought it's really, it all came together great, and I wish you guys the best of luck.
VIATICUM is a interesting exploration of morality and also power dynamics set against an intimate and mysterious backdrop. While the filmmaking style and performances at times feel have a amateur or raw feel, this unpolished quality adds a sense of immediacy that draws you into the story's moral complexity. So, at its core, the film mm, what I saw in it is how roles of care and, in that sense, authority can be subverted. And it begins, and also it has an open question about what's moral. It begins quietly with this man bedridden, and then a nurse providing care, and a priest arriving to perform last rites. But as the relationships evolve, so does the tension. I think you do this really well, creating tension and a sense of mystery around simple movements. Yeah, the film keeps you guessing what it is, and with its twists and turns, it makes it less about the destination and more about the uncomfortable question it raises. Although I felt like the narrative didn't tie everything up perfectly, kind of left me wondering too much at times. I think Viaticum succeeds in building a thought-provoking atmosphere. I think it's a film that challenges expectations and leaves you reflecting on its themes. And I think this ambition is already something that raises the quality of this work.
This film is called Viaticum. This was an awesome short film. I really enjoyed the bantering between the characters, especially between the priest and the coach and their rivalry. The actors were all having a blast, you could tell. Lots of Catholic text was explored in this one. Very interesting. I liked the choice for black and white. It gave the film a thoughtful feel. The editing and direction were excellent too, and the ending scenes were surprising. I would love to see this one made into a feature with the remaining two characters. Well done, Viaticum. Check it out.